A single private message, now sitting inside official court documents. The ongoing legal dispute between Min Hee-jin and HYBE has entered a new phase, and unexpectedly, V of BTS has found himself at the center of public attention. The primary legal conflict remains between Min Hee-jin and HYBE. The case has included multiple hearings and court rulings. It has primarily focused on corporate structure, voting rights, and leadership authority within ADOR. Until recently, the conflict remained largely corporate, but that changed when private messages were introduced in court. So what happened? During recent proceedings, KakaoTalk messages exchanged between V and Min Hee-jin were submitted as evidence. According to reports, Min Hee-jin's legal side submitted the messages to the court as part of their argument. The messages were reportedly included to support claims related to industry discussions and plagiarism concerns that were circulating at the time. Specifically, the discussion referenced alleged similarities between the group Elite and New Jeans. One specific message from V was revealed. In that message, he wrote, "Yeah, I know, right. I also looked and thought, oh, this is similar." The message was reportedly in response to conversations about similarities in concept and creative direction between Elite and New Jeans. It is important to clarify that this message was part of a private, casual exchange. There is no indication that V intended it to serve as a formal statement, industry opinion, or legal stance. However, once the message was submitted to the court by Min Hee-jin's side and included in official filings, it became public, shocking fans and the industry alike. Following reports about the use of his private messages, V addressed the situation directly. He released a statement clarifying his position. In his words, "This was part of a private, everyday conversation that I shared out of empathy because she was an acquaintance of mine. I had absolutely no intention of taking either side." He continued, "However, I feel very taken aback that this conversation was submitted as evidence without my consent." Through this statement, V made three things clear. First, the conversation was private and informal. Second, he did not intend to align himself with either Min Hee-jin or HYBE in the dispute. Third, he did not consent to having the messages used as legal evidence. Reports also noted that he described the situation as very upsetting. As of now, there are no reports indicating that V is legally involved in the case. He is not listed as a party to the lawsuit. He is not being investigated. He is not accused of wrongdoing. His involvement is limited to the existence of private messages that were referenced in court filings. The core legal battle remains between Min Hee-jin and HYBE. Court filings reportedly included the messages to demonstrate that discussions about alleged similarities between Elite and New Jeans were not isolated opinions. The messages were presented within the broader context of arguments surrounding creative direction and plagiarism concerns. However, V has clarified that his message was not intended to function as legal testimony or formal commentary. It was part of a personal conversation. The revelation shocked fans and stirred discussions about privacy and consent, specifically whether private communications involving third parties should be submitted in corporate legal disputes. This story is still unfolding, and the legal battle between Min Hee-jin and HYBE continues. For now, V has clarified his position, making it clear he did not consent to his private messages being used, and has no intention of taking sides. What do you think? Should private messages ever be allowed in court? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on K-pop news and controversies.